God says congratulations, but this is an emergency, my child. This is not like the messages you have ignored before. This is Archangel Michael himself pressing urgently upon you. He says, I contact you now. I order you now because the time for delays has ended. This is a very important message for you and you must not ignore me. Important alert. In your room there is something you have overlooked. Something you think is small, but it is not small. Remove it fast because a woman's hidden actions have brought something near you. God is speaking to you now with all the force of heaven. My child, you are precious. You are chosen, but you must listen when heaven cries out. The angels have surrounded you all night, whispering and warning, but you have not yet opened your heart to the gravity of this moment. Now the warning has reached its last stage. You must hear it. In your room there is a sign, an object, something placed without your knowledge, and it carries the weight of the choices of another soul. This woman, her intentions, her secrecy, her hands have touched something that is now within your space. This is not to frighten you but to awaken you. Heaven does not warn without purpose. Archangel Michael is standing guard at the threshold even as you read these words. He says, speak to me now in your heart, for I will guide you to see what must be removed. He is not angry with you. He is pleading with you. He says, my child, I love you. I protect you, but I cannot force you to act. You must open your eyes and your hands, and take the action heaven is asking. And God says, remember how many nights you have felt the stirring in the air, the feeling that someone was present in the room even when you were alone. That was not your imagination. That was heaven's attempt to alert you. The woman connected to this is someone who has crossed your path. Perhaps someone who smiled while hiding another thought. Someone whose footsteps are softer than her intentions. She has left behind a trace. It is not a curse, but it is a burden. It must be removed and you must not delay. Heaven does not send these words lightly. Congratulations, my beloved child, for you are loved enough that the highest messenger of God has been dispatched to warn you before harm can root itself. Archangel Michael says, the time is short, but the protection is near. He says, if you listen now, heaven will take this from your space and from your life. This is the moment you have been prepared for. The reason the signs have been growing stronger is because this hour has arrived. The angels have been watching your door. They saw who approached. They saw who left. They saw what was placed. They have been waiting for you to be ready to hear the full truth. And now the truth is here. Michael is crying out because you have delayed, because your heart did not yet believe the warnings were real. He says, please, my child, believe me now. You must not take this lightly. You must stand up, look with your eyes, feel with your hands, and ask me in prayer to show you exactly what to remove. As you do, the Holy Spirit will reveal it to you. You will know by the weight in your heart, by the trembling in your fingers, which object, which thing does not belong to you, which thing was planted by another soul's secret. And God says, my beloved, when you remove it, speak aloud these words. In the name of God, I release what is not mine. I release what was placed without my knowledge. I release what carries another's intention. And I ask the angels to carry it away. As you do, heaven will move swiftly. The woman who thought her actions hidden will be exposed not by your anger, but by divine light. The object will lose its hold and you will be free. This is not to shame you but to liberate you. The angels are ready. Archangel Michael stands with his sword of fire not to harm but to cut away the unseen cords of darkness. He says, do this and watch how quickly heaven moves on your behalf. He says, my child, this is not punishment. This is protection. This is the reason for the urgency. Heaven is not your enemy. Heaven is your rescue. And as you hear these words, something inside you begins to stir. You begin to remember moments when you felt uneasy. Moments when you saw something but dismissed it. That was heaven's whisper. Now it is heaven's trumpet. This is your moment to act. God says, my beloved, you are not alone. Even now as you sit and read, the angels are surrounding your room. They are pointing, they are waiting. They will show you. Speak to me. Ask me and you will feel where to look. Do not panic. Do not fear. Simply act. Heaven is with you. God says, I am speaking now into the stillness of your heart because I have seen the storm that tries to form around you and I have sent Michael to stand before you. Archangel Michael says, this is an emergency. This is not a time for hesitation. This is not a time for doubting the voice that calls you. He stands at the edge of your room even now. Wings spread wide. His sword not raised in anger but in protection. His eyes filled with the light that pierces darkness. He says to you with a voice that trembles with urgency, I have contacted you because there is something in your room that does not belong to you. Something that was placed there with intention. Something that carries the weight of a woman's secret, a thing hidden, a thing unspoken. Remove it fast. This is not a game. This is a moment where heaven leans close and whispers because the time to act is now. God says you have felt a stirring. You have woken in the night and wondered why your spirit trembles. Why your chest tightens, why your heart beats faster at certain hours. It is because my spirit has been trying to wake you gently. And now Michael has been sent because the gentle call has become an urgent alert. In your room, there is an object, a trace, a token. It may seem small, but it is not small in what it carries. A woman has moved in secrecy, thinking she could place something near you, without your awareness, thinking she could hide her intent behind a veil of normality. But heaven sees all veils. Heaven watches even what is placed in corners and drawers and undercloth. Heaven does not accuse you. Heaven shields you. That is why this message has been ordered. That is why you feel your hands tremble as you read. That is why Michael is crying not in weakness but because of the weight of the love he has for the one he protects. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this. He says, do not dismiss this as just words, because in the unseen world words are trumpets, and this trumpet has sounded over your house. He says, you are not alone. He says, the woman who did this thought no one would know, but now she has been exposed before the throne. He says, you have been chosen for protection, not punishment. He says, heaven has marked you for preservation. And yet, because you are human, you must act. You must look. You must remove what does not belong. This is a partnership between heaven and earth. This is a moment where your obedience creates an opening for angels to move more fully. God says, I see how weary you have been. I see how you have doubted whether you are loved, whether the voices you hear in prayer are real, whether the signs around you are coincidences. I see how many nights you have whispered my name into the darkness and felt nothing but silence. But know this, silence does not mean absence. Silence does not mean neglect. Silence was the gathering of the storms, edge until this moment when the message had to break through. This is that moment. This is that breaking. This is me, the one who formed you. Sending Michael, the one who fights for you to speak so plainly you cannot mistake it. Michael says there is no shame in not knowing. There is only danger in ignoring. He says the woman who has done this is acting from a place of pain, but her pain has turned to plotting. She did not come to you openly. She came through objects, through whispers, through shadows, but shadows flee when light arrives. He says you are safe in the light. He says, do not be afraid to search. He says, heaven will guide your hand as you move through your room. He says, you will know by the quickening in your spirit what must be removed. He says, after it is removed, peace will return like a flood, like the warm wind after a long storm, like a mother's embrace after a child's nightmare. He says, this peace is already, hovering, waiting for the act of obedience. God says, my child, my beloved, do not think this is meant to terrify you. It is meant to free you. It is meant to cut the cords that have been quietly tied. It is meant to restore the clarity of your mind. It is meant to show you how deeply you are known, how closely heaven watches over you, how no plot escapes the notice of the angels assigned to you. You are not being punished. You are being protected. You are not being singled out for shame, you are being singled out for deliverance. This is the reason Michael stands there even now, sword blazing, voice shaking with urgency because the time to act is now. Archangel Michael says, when you finish reading these words, take a deep breath and do not rush, but do not delay. Ask quietly, show me. And you will be shown. You will feel a nudge, a thought, a flash of memory, a place in the room you have not looked at in weeks. Follow it. When you find what does not belong, remove it. Do not keep it out of curiosity. Do not wonder what it means. Simply remove it. You may wrap it in cloth and place it far from you or destroy it safely, but do not keep it. When it is gone, pray and heaven will flood you with light and rest. God says, after you have done this, you will begin to see other things shift. Relationships will clarify. Dreams will return with messages of comfort rather than warning. You will feel lighter as though a door has opened. You will understand why this had to happen now. You will know this was not a random text, not a random moment, but an appointed time. You will remember this as the night heaven sent a message that saved you from a hidden thing. Michael says he is not leaving you. He says he is assigned to you until the task is done. He says his tears are not despair. They are love. He says he has stood between you and many dangers you never saw. But this one required your action. He says, thank you for listening. He says, you are braver than you know. He says, heaven rejoices when you respond. God says, even as you read, angels are moving. Even as you consider, light is entering. Even as you decide, chains are breaking. Even as you take your first step, victory begins. This is the way of heaven, not to overwhelm you, but to guide you step by step. This is the way of my heart, to call you beloved, even when you feel afraid. This is the way of Michael to fight for you even when you do not know there is a battle. God says I am calling you by name and, you are hearing me in this moment because it is not by accident that these words are reaching you. This is not a message for the world. This is not a message for many. This is a message for you alone. It is a time of urgency, a time of exposure, a time where what was hidden must be removed and what was covered must be revealed. Archangel Michael stands beside you as you read this. His wings are trembling. His eyes are wet with tears of warning and compassion. He says to you now, I have been sent to make contact. I order you to listen. I am not here for a casual visit. This is very important. Do not ignore me. This is not a riddle, not a symbol, not a story. This is a living message flowing from the realm of heaven into your room, into your spirit, into your life. Important alert. It is in your room. Remove it fast because a woman is involved and the time for silence is over. God says you have been feeling the pressure in your chest, the heaviness in your spirit, the small flicker of unease, every time you pass by that corner, that drawer, that box, that thing you cannot name. You have been telling yourself that it's nothing, that it's your imagination. But the Spirit has been nudging you. I have been whispering in your ear at night. And Archangel Michael has been standing at the foot of your bed with his sword drawn, whispering, "Wake up. Look, move. It is time." He has not left you. He is not angry with you. But he has been given an order. And when heaven gives an order, the angels move swiftly. And now you are reading these words because you have been chosen to hear them at this exact second. Archangel Michael says, the woman you think of with doubt is not the only one. There is a woman and she has touched something that belongs to you. She has placed something in your space. It is not just an object. It is a carrier, a point of connection, a token of her will. Heaven sees everything. Nothing is hidden from the eyes of the Lord. Michael says, I was there when she crossed the threshold. I saw her hands. I saw what she left. I am not telling you this to frighten you, but to free you. Because until you remove it, its influence lingers. Until you stand up, you remain tied to it. And God says, now the hour is here. Remove it fast. God says, I know you have questions. I know you are trembling, but I am with you. No harm shall overtake you. No shadow shall crush you. For my presence surrounds you, yet you must act. Because faith is not only a thought. It is a movement, a step, a response. I am not asking you to panic. I am asking you to listen. There is a difference. Panic closes your eyes. But listening opens your eyes. And when your eyes open, you will see clearly what I am speaking of. Michael is speaking again. And his voice is like a trumpet mixed with a whisper. He says, I have been trying to reach you for nights. I have stood in your dreams, but you did not recognize me. I have sent signs, but you dismissed them. I have hovered near your doorway, but you thought it was the wind. Now I break through by the command of God. I contact you directly. I order you. This is very important. Don't ignore me. This is your chance. This is your moment. He is not here to condemn you. He is here to guide you, to guard you, to bring you into safety. God says, remember the times you prayed and asked for protection? Do you think I did not hear? Do you think I did not send my angels? Michael has been with you longer than you know. He has shielded you from accidents. He has blocked arrows you never saw. He has intercepted words that were sent to harm you. And now he comes with a message you must not delay. The woman's hand is not stronger than my hand. The object's power is not stronger than my power, but it must be removed because my word does not mix with what is unclean. This is a moment of cleansing, a moment of exposure, a moment of release. Archangel Michael leans closer. His wings wrap around you. He says, do not be afraid. The light of God is around you, but open your eyes. Walk to the place in your room where you feel the heaviness. Look, touch nothing else. Lift it. Remove it. Dispose of it. Speak the name of God as you do. Say, in the name of the Lord, I cut every tie. I remove every token, and then step back. Watch the peace return. He weeps softly as he says this because he has been longing for you to listen. Because he knows how much you have suffered without knowing why. Because he has been carrying the weight of your unanswered questions, God says, I am your Father. I am your refuge. Nothing surprises me. I know who the woman is. I know her thoughts. I know why she did it. I know when she came. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not weak. You are protected. You are loved. And I will use even this to show you my power. This is not a punishment. It is a rescue. This is not a curse. It is a call. And when you obey, you will feel a lifting, a clarity, a peace that will make you weep with relief. Michael says, this is not the end of your story. This is the end of a shadow. This is the closing of a door that should never have been open. This is your moment to step into freedom. And as you hear these words, something inside you stirs because your spirit knows it is true. Because you have sensed it all along. Because you have felt the eyes of heaven upon you. Because deep down you knew there was more happening than you could see. And now the veil is being lifted. God says, as you act, as you pray, as you remove, as you speak my name, my angels will fill your room. The atmosphere will shift, the heaviness will leave, the confusion will break, the ties will snap, the object will lose its grip. The woman's plan will fail. Her power will dissolve and you will stand free, light, strong, unbound. This is my promise to you. This is why Michael is here. This is why I speak now. Because I love you. Because I have chosen you. Because I will not let you stay in chains. And I say again, important alert. It's in your room. Remove it fast, because a woman is involved. Open immediately. Listen. Move. Trust you are safe. I am with you. God says, listen closely, beloved child. This is not a time for hesitation. This is the moment where heaven bends close to you. Whispering, trembling, because the matter is urgent. I the Lord have sent Michael, my mighty archangel, to pierce through the noise of the world and reach you. He is here, wings trembling with urgency, eyes burning with truth, voice heavy with a warning that cannot be delayed. He says, it is an emergency. I contact you because heaven's scroll has been opened and your name is written upon it. Do not ignore me. This is very important. This is for you alone. This is not a story. This is a message. And you feel the trembling now in your spirit as though invisible hands are brushing against your heart. The room you are in begins to shift in your perception. The walls seem to know something. The air is heavy with a presence. It is not your imagination. This is the spiritual alarm sounding in, the hidden realm where angels fight and intercede. Michael stands at your door. He is not there to frighten you but to protect you from something that has been hidden. He cries out, "Important alert! It's in your room. Remove it fast because a woman, yes, a woman has placed something there. She thought you would never find out. She thought you would never sense it. She thought heaven would remain silent. But heaven has spoken." God continues, "Beloved, for too long you have been unaware of the schemes, wrapped around you like invisible chains. For too long you have thought the strange heaviness you feel was coincidence. But it is not. Even now, as you read, my spirit is unveiling, pulling back the curtain. The item in your room, the one that carries a strange pull, the one that sometimes you glance at without knowing why. That is the mark of her hidden intent. Remove it fast. Do not delay. This is not superstition. This is revelation. This is your rescue before the snare closes completely." And the voice of Michael rises full of pain, full of love, because he has been watching you. He says, "Child of the Most High, I have been standing by your bed at night. I have wept at the window because I saw how the plans formed against you in secret. I saw the woman who smiled in front of you but carried another face in the dark. I saw her step into your house unseen, thinking no one from heaven was watching. But I was there. I recorded her. I watched every step. And now I tell you, open your eyes. Open them now. Remove what does not belong, do not touch it with bare hands. Wrap it. Cast it out. Pray. Beloved soul, hear this now. In the depth of your spirit, God speaks and His words move across the unseen spaces like fire moving through the night sky. This is not a moment for hesitation. This is not a moment for doubt. The voice of the Eternal reaches you now with clarity, urgency, and unwavering love. In the quietness of your room, in the stillness of your heart, there is something you must hear, something you must do. God says it is an emergency. Archangel Michael has been sent to you with a direct instruction. He does not come lightly. He does not speak for himself. He carries the authority of heaven and the weight of divine truth. He says, "I contact you. I order you. This is a very important message for you. Do not ignore me. Important alert. It's in your room. Remove it fast because a woman, and yet before you feel fear, know this: God will be with you. Rest assured nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You simply have to trust God and pray to Him now. His protection is like a shield of light that no shadow can penetrate. His love is a fortress around your life. His angels stand guard at your doorway and at the windows of your heart. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not exposed to harm. This message comes not to terrify you, but to awaken you, to make you aware of what you have not yet seen, to move you toward what must be done. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your own breathing. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. The presence that surrounds you now is not of this world. It is heaven leaning close to you. You have been prayed for, watched over, and guided long before this moment. You are not weak. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are marked with divine protection. Even the whisper of Archangel Michael's wings carries safety into your home and into your soul. He says, remove it fast because a woman. What does this mean? God sees everything hidden. God hears conversations behind closed doors. God knows the intent of every heart, whether for good or for harm. When He sends a warning, it is because His mercy wants to prevent pain before it can reach you. This is why He sent Michael. This is why you are reading these words now. Heaven is revealing what the earth tries to conceal. Heaven is exposing what the shadows try to hide. Heaven is pulling back the veil over what is in your room, over what has been brought into your space without your knowledge, over what could become a doorway for trouble if it is not removed. Do not let fear rise up. Fear clouds your mind. Fear blocks your ability to listen. Instead, let trust rise. Let prayer rise. Let the name of God rise on your lips. Say, God, I trust you. God, protect me. God, guide me. As you say this, you will feel a shift in the atmosphere. You will feel peace pressing out the unease. You will feel clarity replacing confusion. The Spirit of God is with you. The Spirit of God surrounds you. The Spirit of God is for you. Michael stands as a warrior not against you but for you. He fights unseen battles so that you can walk in peace. He brings you intelligence from heaven so that you can make wise decisions on earth. He does not tell you everything at once. He tells you enough for you to act. Remove it fast because a woman, this is a divine clue. It is a call to action. It is an invitation to discernment. Begin to examine your space with prayerful eyes. Look around you not with panic but with spiritual alertness. Ask the Holy Spirit, show me what I need to see. Expose what I need to remove, shine light on what is hidden. He will answer you. You may notice an object, a letter, a device, or even a memory of something someone gave you. The nudge you feel in your heart will not be random. It will be God guiding you. When you find it, do not be afraid. Simply remove it. Pray over your room. Dedicate your space again to God. Speak light where darkness tried to hide. This is not superstition. This is obedience to the gentle but firm voice of God. And as you do this, remember God's warnings are never sent without His comfort. The same voice that says, "Remove it fast," also says, "You are safe. I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you." His angels do not come to scare you, but to shield you. His Spirit does not come to condemn you but to guide you. The fact that you are reading this now means that heaven has not only seen the potential danger but also chosen to intervene before it can touch you. This is mercy. This is love. This is divine covering. You have felt for some time that something unseen was stirring. You may have noticed dreams, unusual feelings, or sudden thoughts. These were not meaningless. They were small alarms from heaven preparing you for this moment. Now the message is clear. Now the instruction is direct. Now is the time to act, but act in peace. Act in prayer. Act with confidence in God's faithfulness. Archangel Michael is not only a messenger, he is also a protector. He is assigned to fight battles you cannot see. He is assigned to stand between you and what is meant for harm. He is assigned to bring clarity into confusion. Even now as you read, he surrounds you with unseen fire. He stands at the threshold of your home. He has already begun to push back forces of darkness. You are not helpless. You are covered. You are guarded. This is why God says, trust Him and pray to Him. Do not put your trust in fear, in superstition, or in human guesses. Put your trust in the living God. Pray as you move through your room. Pray as you search. Pray as you remove what must be removed. Pray for the woman who may have been involved because even she is not beyond God's reach. Pray for yourself that your heart remains soft and your eyes remain open. Pray for your home that it remains a sanctuary of peace. As you do, speak words of life. Speak words of blessing. Say, God, fill this space with your presence. God, I dedicate this room to you. God, let your angels stand guard here. Words of faith shift atmospheres. Words of prayer open doors for heaven to act. You are not powerless. You are not a victim. You are a child of the Most High God. His Spirit lives in you. His angels move for you. His word covers you. Even as you read this, feel the reassurance of His presence. He whispers to you, I am with you. I am your refuge. I am your shield. Do not be afraid. Simply obey. Simply trust. Simply pray. This is how you stand in spiritual emergencies. Not by panic, but by prayer, not by fear, but by faith. You may wonder why God did not tell you sooner, but the truth is, He has been guiding you all along. Every time you felt a check in your spirit, every time you hesitated before saying yes, every time you sensed something was off, that was Him. Today, His message simply became louder because the timing became urgent. Heaven's timing is always perfect. Heaven's warnings are always timely. Heaven's protection is always complete. And so, beloved soul, take this message to heart. Not in terror, but in trust. Not in despair, but in hope, not in suspicion, but in prayer. God is not exposing this to shame you, but to save you. God is not revealing this to punish you, but to protect you. God is not sending Michael to condemn you, but to cover you. Right now, in the quietness of this moment, place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. Say, God, I receive your protection. God, I receive your guidance. God, I trust you. As you do this, feel the peace that surpasses understanding flood you. Feel strength rising in you. Feel clarity dawning in you. This is the power of obedience. This is the power of prayer. This is the power of God's presence. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No hidden plan will succeed. No secret harm will touch you because God is already ahead of it. Because Michael is already fighting for you. Because you are already under divine covering. Stay in prayer for the next few hours. Stay alert but stay at peace. Ask the Holy Spirit for discernment about every object, every word, every relationship. He will show you what needs to be seen. He will guide your steps. He will protect your path. And as you obey, the atmosphere around you will change. Fear will leave. Confusion will break. Peace will settle. Light will reign. This is the urgent message for you today. It comes wrapped in love. It comes filled with warning and with reassurance. It comes not from man but from God through His angelic messenger. And it carries both instruction and promise. Remove what must be removed. And trust that God is with you. You will come out of this not shaken but stronger. You will see with new eyes. You will walk with greater discernment. You will stand under even greater protection. God has not abandoned you. God has not overlooked you. God has not left you exposed. He is your refuge. He is your strength. He is your ever-present help in time of trouble, and right now He is with you. Take courage. Take action, take prayer seriously, take trust seriously. And remember, you are safe in Him. God says to you right now that your heart must be calm but your eyes open, because this is a moment of urgency yet also a moment of divine protection. God says that He is not sending fear to you. He is sending clarity, and He is wrapping you in light even as He warns you. God says this message comes because He loves you and because He sees things that you cannot yet see with your natural eyes. God says that what is in your room is not there to destroy you but to test your awareness and your faith. God says that Archangel Michael stands beside you as a guardian, as a witness, and as a commander of heavenly hosts who encircle your home. Even now God says that the reason you feel the stirring inside you is because heaven is speaking directly to your spirit. God says that He is alerting you so you will act, not panic. God says that this is the time to breathe deeply and to listen carefully to every line of this message. Archangel Michael says he has been watching over you for many nights and he has seen the woman who tries to come close. Archangel Michael says she is not who she appears to be, and she carries with her things that are meant to cloud your mind or confuse your heart. Archangel Michael says that what she leaves behind is not simply physical but spiritual words, objects, impressions, small tokens that carry intentions you cannot see. Archangel Michael says, you must remove from your room anything that feels heavy, dark, or connected to people whose hearts you do not fully know. Archangel Michael says, you do not have to be afraid because the power of God is far greater than any plan of deception. Archangel Michael says, your obedience and your trust are what activate the shield around you. Archangel Michael says, even now, his sword of light cuts away every chain of darkness that tried to creep in unseen. Archangel Michael says, this is your moment to take authority over your space and your life in the name of God. God says you were chosen for this warning because you are sensitive to His voice. God says He will never allow something harmful to come upon you without a way of escape. God says the woman who has been near you is hiding pain, hiding motives, and hiding objects. But she is not more powerful than the light. God says He is exposing her not to shame her but to protect you. God says that once you remove the thing from your room, anything that carries her shadow, you will feel peace return immediately. God says your dreams will clear, your sleep will deepen, and your spirit will rise again. God says He has already commanded angels to stand at your doorposts, your windows, and every entry point of your home so nothing unclean can enter. God says this is your reassurance that no harm will come to you, that you are safe under His wings. As you read this, Archangel Michael says he is speaking with urgency because heaven's timing is perfect. Archangel Michael says your faith is stronger than you realize and that every prayer you whisper, even the tired prayers, even the broken prayers reaches heaven and sets things in motion. Archangel Michael says you are not forgotten. Archangel Michael says he is stationed at your right hand as you move through your room. Archangel Michael says you can ask for his help aloud and he will act swiftly. Archangel Michael says he has already begun sweeping your atmosphere clean even before you finish this message. Archangel Michael says, you will notice a shift, a breeze of peace, a sudden stillness. And that is the sign that the work is done. God says you must trust Him. God says this is not a moment to doubt, or to second guess us, but to move with confidence. God says, remove anything that feels wrong. Papers, gifts, objects, even thoughts and memories. Release them into His hands and let them go. God says, pray as you do it, God. Cleanse this space. God, I invite your presence, God. I stand under your covering. God says your words have power because they align with His word. God says He is filling your room with light right now. Bright light. Light that dissolves every shadow. God says He is filling your mind with clarity so you will know exactly what to do, what to remove, and what to keep. God says He is restoring your discernment so you can see beyond the surface of people and situations. Archangel Michael says the woman you worry about has already been restrained from harming you. Archangel Michael says she cannot cross the boundary God has placed. Archangel Michael says, your job is only to be aware, to keep your environment clear, and to keep your heart steady in prayer. Archangel Michael says, do not speak fear, do not speak panic, speak light, and speak trust. Archangel Michael says, even if your heart is pounding, angels are standing in information around you. Archangel Michael says he is fighting on your behalf even now, cutting through confusion and interference. Archangel Michael says you are more protected than you realize. God says He knows you have been under pressure, under strain, under whispers of confusion. God says He is answering you now. God says He is not angry with you. He is guiding you. God says you have not missed His plan. You are right on time. God says He sees the tears you cried when no one else was watching. God says He sent the light at night when you believed no one was listening. But heaven was listening. The angels were recording every word. And now there is motion in the spiritual realm. Not all motion is punishment, sometimes it is diversion. Sometimes God permits the things we thought we would always have to be stirred because something better is on the way. But He has to take away first what you've grown so fond of. And still, this is not merely material loss. This is about revealing truth. God tells you that there is a person near you who is attempting to keep you stuck in a situation that was intended only for a brief time, and they're hiding their intentions behind fake love. Your name has been brought up at meetings you didn't even know were happening. There are individuals who smile in your face but have already scripted a different conclusion for you. They have talked about the forms. They have spoken of timelines in whispers. They have rearranged things behind your back. There was one who said, just a little longer and they'll have no choice but to go. But the Spirit of the Lord has caught wind of this screenplay. You didn't know yet, but the grace over your life is too deep, too heavy, too holy for this to continue. You are losing the home you currently reside in because this home is bound to deception. It is bound to someone who swore to love you but have made covenants that deny all the oaths they took. You sense it. You've felt it. The atmosphere of the air has changed. Your essence has been agitated. You can't stop glancing at the front door as if someone is going to knock and tell you something that will completely alter the situation. You've had the feeling of the countdown but had no idea what it was. This is what it was. There is a deadline on this spot. Something is coming to an end, but it is not to cause you harm. It is to wake you up. Because if you remain too long in an environment that no longer answers to your destiny, it starts to dismantle you from the inside out.